Hi everyone, it's JoJo. I wanted to stop in and show you the progress on my cross-stitched kitten. It's a floral cat. Haven't got it finished yet. I'm getting there. I think I'm a little over halfway finished. I just basically have his head and his ears. Made a lot of mistakes on it, but I'm really pleased with how it's turning out. I wanted to share, I was showing this kitten, or cat, on my Facebook page, and one of my friends popped off and said that it would look nicer in a hoop. So I thought about it, and I've been stitching in hand, and I didn't know it was a thing until I seen it on YouTube. Now here you can see little frog happened to come over, so I'm having to frog this because I've messed up. See if I can get it in. So that's why it looks fuzzy. I'm not finished. I had to quit earlier, so I thought I would come in here and show it to you. This string is where I'm at. This is called parking. They have a lot of videos on that on cross stitch, if you're not familiar with it. But I received a package in the mail from my friend. I won't say her name on here because I'm not sure if she wanted anything said. But this come from Amazon. And I was really, really surprised because she said you could get beginner kits on Amazon. Those have her name, so I'm moving those. So this really surprised me. Here's your Ada cloth, and it's 14 count. And kind of big pieces. And there's 3 of them. So they're pretty big. I'm not sure the measurements. I didn't measure them, but I thought that was pretty awesome. And then it has these hoops. And there's one more hoop that I'm going to show you in just a few minutes. So there's actually 5 hoops in this. And it was like, I looked it up and it was like 20 bucks for all of this. Maybe 22, somewhere in there. It wasn't too pricey. It's Similaine. So I really thought this was nice. It has all kinds of goodies in it. It's great. I thought that opened. It's great for beginner cross stitch. It does. I'm going the wrong way. It has the hoops, you know, I mean, it has needle threader, needles, bobbins, just a lot of goodies with it that I'm going to show you. And it had all of this threads. And I am assuming that these are a form of DMC because they have the DMC numbers on them. So, I haven't looked real well to see if this will match up, but it doesn't matter. It's an amazing pack. I think there is, does it say how many is in here? There's 100 threads in here. This kit here actually, 215 pieces, 100 colors of thread, 5-piece embroidery hoop, 3 pieces of Ada cloth, 40 sewing pins, and more. So it's really big. This little baggie came in it. So I'm going to show you everything that these pins. And I'm pretty sure that you can draw a pattern on with these pens and then iron over it and the ink disappears. I haven't used them yet. I'm still in awe and shock of all of this. These are the long straight pens. And they're all different colors. And even with cross stitch you need these. But these are also great for different stitches when you're doing them in embroidery. And if you do any sewing, those are good for that too. And it has these little scissors. The little nippers to nip your thread. I actually have a long, skinny pair of scissors that looks like a, oh shoot, it's a bird. A stork, sorry, but it has peacock collars to it. I should have brought it in here, but I didn't. I've been cross-stitching out in my living room. And it has this little pincushion and a small one. So I may end up making that into a needle minder. I will come back and show you some of the needle minders I've made at a later date. These are floss bobbins. Most people put their floss on these. It's not what I'm using right now because I don't like the way that the floss crinkles after it's been on these for a while. So I've made some floss drops, and I will come back and show you those at a later date. This is beeswax, or it looks like candle wax. It actually looks like a candle with the stem tore out. Overlook my hands. I've been working outside and stuff in my yard. These are 2 needle threaders, and I'm going to do something with these too. But yeah, they're pretty nice to have. And then I have this needle threader. This all came in this kit. And this needle threader. These are really nice. So a total of 4 needle threaders. A seam ripper. These are good for when you got a frog. Frogging means take stitches that you put in out. So that's never fun. It has a tape measure, so you can measure centimeters and inches. And it has this ring that you put on your finger, and it helps you push your needle back up. This is especially good if you're doing embroidery. Sometimes you, or even slow stitching, hand sewing, because sometimes your fabric is a little thick and you need to give it that little extra push. I'm not sure which finger I would wear it on. I'll have to stitch and see, but I thought that was really cool that they included that. And here is one of the main important. You get all of these needles. There is just an abundance of needles here. And if you do parking, you'll need this many and more. But those are nice. Really nice. If you're doing cross stitch, you want the more blunt needles. These are, that's a blunt needle. I don't want to fill them all. Some of them are sharp. But those are really nice to have if you do full coverage. The cat I showed you is not a full coverage. Let me just move these out of the way. It's almost full coverage, but they'll be white. You know, this part will stay white, and up in here they'll be white. So that's not full coverage. But if it was just like this much of it down here where there's no fabric showing, now this is full coverage. And I'm doing some that are huge. I have a llama going on right now and a stitch along, and it's going to be huge. I think it's going to have 12 pages. So yeah, pretty doggone big. And right now I have a part of his ears showing, so I have a long way to go. Now on the kit that I was showing you, that I got that had the embroidery hoops. I have one more hoop. And the reason I didn't have it out is because I have a project on it. And this comes off. So there's my hoop. This is a kit or a cross stitch from Deborah at Tempting Tangle Stitchers. So this is a stitch along that I've joined. And this cover here that I have going over the hoop to keep my work clean, this is actually, ready for it? It is actually a steering wheel cover from the Dollar Tree. And I have extra fabric in here, and I've just stuffed it down in there. I've seen videos where they do that on YouTube, and it just keeps your project clean. I'm learning to do better on the back. The back stitching doesn't really matter a whole lot, but you just don't want a lot of stitching shining through. And I've learned some new techniques to better up my back since I've started this one. I've really enjoyed the stitching. So, not the pattern or the steering wheel cover, but the hoops and everything else I showed you comes in that one kit. Like, it's a beginner kind of kit. I'll see if I can find it and post the link below this video. So, the next day, I get up and wasn't having a really good day, and I get another package. And I don't know if you can see this, but it is a project bag to put my hoops in. And it says Lodrid, L-O-D-R-I-D. But inside, it is, I mean, it is really nice. And there's a zipper here. There's places here to put things. The spools that I don't like very well. But if I'm going to go on someplace, then I would probably take the spools with me, but they will fit in there. And then on the side, here is a zipper pocket. And it's clear see-through so you can see. I'm going to say here's a mesh. And then you have this pocket over here. And there is another pocket inside. And this is the one that I had this one in. And see that big hoop? Fits perfect. It will also fit in here if I, you know, like say if I was in a hurry and I just threw it in there. So I can take everything that I have going for a project, put it in the bag, and take it with me. This will also keep my project clean, so there's no finger marks on it, or so dirt doesn't get on it. I'll put this back here so you don't have to see that, my mat. But this is what I've been doing here lately. Right now I have no intentions of leaving the junk journal scene. I'm just broadening my horizons and stretching into the cross stitching. I have really, really enjoyed this. So I hope you like this video, and if you'd like to see more, me to show some more floss tube videos, leave me a comment below. If you have ideas for me, leave that in a comment too if you'd like. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.